Hello everyone. Now in this lecture we will know about the concept of schedule. What is the schedule under the database management system? Now in a previous lecture we already know about the concept of transaction, then the transaction management. Under that one is a recovery process, or it may be a controlling the transaction. Then properties of the transaction, that one is the ACID properties. Now the next, that one is the concept of schedule. Now the concept of schedule, then first thing, that one is the schedule means what? A time order sequence of two or more transaction is called a schedule. Like the definition of transaction, that one is a set of action which one is executed on a particular database. That one is, we can say that the transaction. Like this is the transaction 1. It contains some actions and which reflect the database, that is a transaction, right? For example, that one is a transaction when we deposit the money or the withdrawal the money from the account. That one is simply the one transaction as an example, but maybe the it's a transaction process. Now it's about to the transaction and the schedule. That is the, what is the definition? That one is a time order sequence of two or more transaction. Means when we go with the two or more transaction like a T1, T2, T3, and it run with this some schedule, that transaction T1, T2 and T3 combinedly, then we can say that that is the one schedule. That is the two or more transaction is called a schedule. Is the time order sequence of two or more transaction is called the schedule. Same thing, that one is like we just to withdraw the money, or it may be a deposit the money, and just to schedule the one more schedule or transaction, like transfer the amount after the particular time period. That one is under the T2, and then it's again come with the some third transaction. That one is some action under the account. That one is, we can say that the schedule of the transactions, and or the, it may be the T1, T2, T3 combinedly execute something on the database, or it may be execute under the application, and which one is reflect the database. That's called the schedule, right? Here is the simple example. Schedule 1 is a T1, T2, T3, T4. Then transaction T1, which one is read the A value, then write the A value. Then transaction 2 again read the A value. Then again transaction 3 write the A value. We can say that that one is simply the task under the transaction 1, transaction 2, transaction 3 and transaction 4, and combinedly it reflect or it executes something that is called as a schedule. Same thing with the schedule 2, or it may be a example of schedule 2, T1, T2, T3, T4. Then it execute like a read A, all the transaction read the A value, then all the transaction, or it may be a transaction 1 write the B value, then write transaction 2 write the A value, then transaction 3 write the B value, and then one by one it committed or the end the transactions. Then this one is again one schedule, schedule example. Now commit means end of the transaction, and all transaction with the commit or abort called the complete schedule. Means this one is not a complete schedule. We can say that this one is a complete schedule. Now the for n transactions T1, T2 or to the Tn, these are the 2 raised to n total number of possible schedules. Okay, if we have the set of transactions, then the possible schedules will be the 2 raised to n. And then a schedule can also be defined as a particular sequence in which various operation of various transaction are performed. Schedule can also be defined as a particular sequence. Means a particular schedule, it's a this is the sequence T1, T2, T3, T4. It may be the sequence will be like that, T1, T3, T2, T4. That is the simple explanation. This is simply the concept of a schedule, which one is comes under the database management system. This is the basic concept about the schedule, and which one is reflects the update the database as per the transaction. Thank you.